In this video, we're going to add some stripes to our cake now. What I've done is just taken a small polystyrene cake for this one. So I've got my cake here and I've just given it a really fine layer of fondant. Just makes it a little bit easier for us to stick our stripes on a nice even surface. For the purpose of the video, I've just used a fake one so that I can pick it up and move it around easily, but obviously you would do it on a real one. So I'm just going to move that to one side. So I'm going to use two different shades of green. Oops, sorry, I think the camera's losing focus. So a darker one and a more yellowy coloured one. So we'll just do them one at a time to start with. And we're just going to roll it out thin. It's just normal fondant that I've dyed. If like mine you've got some lumps in it, just go over it with a smoother to smooth it down a little bit. Could be smoother, so if you've got a bit more time than me, spend longer smoothing it out. Okay. Now, you can buy like ribbon cutters, but I always struggle to use mine, so I'm just going to cut my stripes out with a knife. So just work out how thick you want them to be. Obviously, you're going to have measured the height of your cake. So my cake is just short of 4 inches. So I just want to make sure that, yeah, my icing is taller, which it is. We're going to put this along the bottom. And what I'm going to do is just, I'm going to have mine about 1 inch thick. So every inch mark on my ruler, I'm just going to mark gently with the knife so I know where I'm aiming for when I cut them. You can just do them completely freehand if you like. And then I'm going to draw a straight line up and try and connect it to that indentation that I've made. I am sorry the camera keeps losing focus, I don't know why. Hopefully it won't keep doing it. Okay, so now I've got a straight edge. From that straight edge we can go across and we can mark in the top across our inches. So these should then be parallel to the marks we've made at the bottom. Now start cutting across each of them. You can use a pizza cutter if you find that easier. So once you've cut it all, you can do exactly the same with your other colour fondant. So I'll move these out of the way. Just be careful when you pick them up that you don't stretch them out of shape. So once you've cut your stripes, we're going to add them to the cake now. Obviously you'd have your cake stood upright, but from the video angle it's quite difficult for you to see me doing it that way. So we'll see if I can just prop the knife cover under there to stop it rolling. So I'll do it this way, but obviously yours will be upright. So I'm going to take my first stripe, and what I'm going to do is just cut it off so it's even at the end like that. And just taking a small amount of water, I'm just going to brush it onto the front of my cake whereabouts I'm going to put the stripe. And you're going to line your straight edge that you've just cut up with the bottom of your cake and just let it fall on nicely like that. Now, if you're not sure if it's at an angle or not, just use a ruler or something straight to make sure it is nice and straight. And then you can cut it at the top so that it's level with the top of your cake. Okay, so once you've got that one on even, you can go for the next stripe. Obviously make sure you've got the different colour if you're using more than one colour. And we're going to line it up next to it, starting from the bottom. Trying to keep it in line. So you can see one of my stripes is slightly thicker than the other. You want to try and keep them the same. It's an aeroplane you can hear flying over in the background. And we're just going to cut that off like so. So obviously you can spend a little bit longer than me pushing together to make sure you've no gaps. Okay, and just again just making sure it's in a nice straight line like that. And then I'll tend to go back to the other side going to do this all the way around and I'll show you what it's like when you get to the end. But that's it all the way around. Nice and easy to do. I just find it easier to give my cake a thin layer of fondant before I add my stripes on. But you might prefer to go straight onto the cake, but I just find it's a nice flat surface to work on them. So where you've cut them off at the top of each one, they should line up nice and neatly. So if you're giving your cake a layer of fondant first, you can always do it in the colour that you want to have on show. So I could have done this in a light green, so the top would show as like a light green or one of the colours I've got on the side, which looks nice. Thank you for watching.
If you liked this video and would like to see more, please click on the images of the other videos suggested. Also, please do subscribe to my channel using the button at the bottom right hand corner of the screen. You can also visit my cake website and my Facebook page to see more cakes and ideas.